But yeah, so I don't know if we want to have an actual meeting today. Matt couldn't make it. He left me with some notes, but they're a little bit sparse. So maybe if anybody has any questions or things they want to talk about, we can go through that. Otherwise, I figure we just call it short today.
Me, maybe just so on my end, on VP's end at least, maybe release the status updates if that's
Yeah,
because we are running a bit late, but just to give you some colors on that. But
cool.
nothing much more.
Do you want to kick us off then?
I can. So on, yeah, this is probably going to be short. On our end, we've been trying to stabilize the release. So quite a few things went there. CI, code quality in general, a lot of energy into the policies. So we got one users that tested a lot of configurations, and so we spent quite some time fixing things and realized that we are still a few scenarios short. So we plan on building a table of the what's expected and what is not. But we should be at least aligned on with the CI. So that's nice. And we are still a couple bugs away from being able to release. Initially, we wanted to release last week before the release of the article. And thanks to Alara for that, by the way. But didn't manage to do that. We'd rather have something really stable before releasing, but it should be anytime soon. And the last heads up. So again, thanks for the blog post that was released. So that's really nice to see this and to be able to share that. Another thing, so there was FOSDEM in last weekend in Brussels. So there were a few talks by Cilium. I tried to add the Calico counterpart with EPP, but sadly, last talk of the day, so attendance was not super great. But anyway, the talk was there, so just and that's it on the VP side.
Cool. Yeah, glad to hear that blog post went out. I had been waiting in Slack to see, but I guess I missed the notification. I guess while we're at it, I can share a couple things. So Matt gave me some notes. B-Threat 325 obviously is out. That's the last meeting. That's good. There's also a 324.6 patch release that is on the way. It did not tell me what's in that, so it's a mystery surprise. And then 326 is still being scoped out at the moment, but a few things that are coming will be separating the Calico node and the Calico CNI service accounts so that we can give them more granular permissions using RBAC. We're doing some BGP filtering changes in the API to allow you to customize BGP filters. Support for Windows Server 2022. And some reworking around how fail-safes are configured in Felix for those critical ports that you don't want to cut off with policy. I think the other big news is that I believe starting today, we've got a new docs site up. So there's been a lot of work going into this. We've moved all the existing content into a new repository dedicated to docs called Tigera/docs. It has the Calico open source as well as enterprise and Calico Cloud docs all in one place, which makes managing the content a little bit easier. And it also switches off of Jekyll and onto, I believe, Docusaurus as a as the engine for that, which I'm really enjoying. The doc site looks a lot slicker, runs really quickly, search is a lot better. I think it's pretty awesome. So still at the same location, but cool new look and feel. If you want to check that out, it's pretty nice.
And when is the switch going to be? Because
The switch has already happened.
Okay.
I know Chris on our team has been trying to keep up with all the PRs coming into the old location and copying the content over to the new location. So he's done that for a few, and I've tagged him on a few PRs. I think they were coming from you guys.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Okay, so I didn't see the.
So they, I don't know exactly if that PR has made it into the new ones yet, but I've notified him.
But I help, so I'll just do an update to the team and see.
Yeah.
Check. Thanks for the heads up.
I think that there will be a PR soon that deletes all the old content from the old location if it hasn't been merged already, just to prevent confusion.
Casey,
what's that?
You mentioned something after supporting Windows Server 2022 in 3.26. What was it?
Yes, that was reworking how failsafe ports are going to be configured, which if Matt was here, he could probably tell you more about the motivations for that. And what's
Don't worry. I'm gonna find him and make him say what it is that he's done. Thank you.
Did you mention topology aware hints for the next open source release?
I did not.
Aha. I know one of the team has been working on, okay, so topology aware hints, so the IP tables data plane has it automatically because it's a feature of kubeproxy, but the BPF data plane doesn't because we don't use kubeproxy for that. And I can see a PR, which is going to go in for the next release, I believe, that will add topology aware hints to the BPF data plane.
Very cool. I remember, yeah, seeing that PR go by.
It's important if you need it.
Yes. That's all I've got. Any other? Oh, cool. Reza.
I've got one more question. When is the time frame for making a host process installer out of GA and make it like not in the testing phase?
You mean into GA? Out of?
Is it? It's all right. Yeah, into GA.
That is a hard one. In that I think it's been pushed back, but yeah, Matt's gonna know for certain and way more details than I can tell you. But I think it's still not coming right now. Like we're not gonna work on it right now because there's some other stuff that's higher priority.
Did they actually make the host process containers GA upstream in Kubernetes yet?
That is also something that is kind of like foggy to me, because yeah, last I had heard from I think our like internal talks with Microsoft that it wasn't going to be GA until 127 or so, but then someone showed me a doc from them that doesn't mention it being tech review at all or something. So I don't know if that means officially that it is GA on their side. I'm not sure.
There is a Kubernetes blog that says host process containers are generally available in 126.
Okay, so yeah, that answers the question.
I'll drop that in the chat.
Thanks.
I think Reza already did.
So he did.
Yeah, I think that was one of the main things back when I was still involved with that. That was sort of preventing us, was that we couldn't call it GA until the actual technology we were building upon was considered GA.
Yeah, on that note, there's someone on Calico user Slack that has been using it. I think he might be a Calico big cat. And he's been using it, and he said it was running smoothly, like the tech preview manifests. So that's at least good news.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Could you please tag me under that
It was because
a while
he
ago?
happens. No, just he happens to be. It wasn't DMs. He happens to be Brazilian, so the conversation is in Portuguese.
Okay.
And it was also
Or-
DMs. I don't know. I could screenshot, or I could just tell you who he is.
That would be great.
Okay.
I can ask him to give me the same feedback in English. Thank you.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say Matt knows.
Wow.
Any other topics, questions, comments, updates, concerns?
Any Calico heroes?
I don't have any. But you're all heroes to me.
Yeah, we need to make Matt leave better notes.
I mean, he has been in bed with the stomach bug, so it's not too
Fair enough.
yeah. Not gonna criticize him too much on his notes. I think he was planning on being here until this morning. Cool. Well, in that case, I think we can wrap up. Thanks everybody for coming. And I'll see you all around.